Hey, so glad you could join me for today's class. I thought we'd do a little hip release today. I got a little series that I really love doing. Let's just simply start by taking a moment. I always like to take a moment at the beginning of a class, even a short class like this, and breathe a little bit. Just take some nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. We allow our body to relax. We bring ourselves into the space, you might say. We just come inside. I hate that, but I don't know how else to put it. We come inside and we let our breath energize our bodies, and we start paying attention to our bodies, how they move. We're going to stay there for the entire practice today. Right now, what I'd like you to do is go ahead. We're going to move to something called a butterfly position. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together and take our knees outside. First, we're going to warm up our inner thighs, and then we're going to stretch them. So think of your arms as being weights. We put the arms on the inside of our thighs, and as the arms push out, you squeeze in. We want to make the legs work, the inside of the legs, and then just release them back out. Again, squeezing in. This is going to be a resistance stretch. Release out. We'll do a couple more of those. Squeezing in, releasing out. 2 more times. Squeeze in, release out. 1 more. Now we want to stretch them. When you stretch them, you continue squeezing the legs in. And I like to put my arms on the inside, grab my ankles, lean forward, and push out. So now you're stretching those inner thighs, but you're stretching them under contraction. This is a contracted stretch. And then make them work on the way in. That turns it into an aerobic stretch. We're inviting oxygen into our muscles. So let's do 3 more of these. Bring it in, take a nice deep breath, and exhale as you go into your stretch. I always like to inhale into the releases and exhale into the stretches. I think you'll find a much more beneficial breath connection there. And breath connection is really important. So go ahead and push that straight out. Nice. Now we're simply going to take our legs straight out in front. We're going to engage our legs, straighten them. Bring your hands down to your side, turn your fingers forward, and take a couple nice deep breaths. We simply relax into this position. This is called staff position if you're a yoga person. This is called sitting up straight if you're me. So now we take that nice deep breath, then we're going to inhale our arms up overhead. I do this to get length in our body. And then we're going to fold forward, coming down in the general direction of our toes. Some of you may grab your toes, no problem. Some of us fall a little bit on the shins. We have this lean forward. We're starting to open the back of the hips, doing this forward fold. A little bit of an assist on the forward fold. And now I like to reset this one a couple times. Take a nice deep breath in. As you come back up, reach those arms really long. Big, long torso, and exhale all the way down. Yeah, maybe you get your toes this time. And then you pull back on the toes, and even if you don't have the toes, bring the toes back towards your forehead, okay? That activates the calves, brings more of the back of the leg into the stretch. Let's do 1 more of those. Ease yourself up 1 more time. Take that huge breath in. Reach really long, and now reach those arms out, hinging forward, coming down, grabbing your feet or your shins, and we take some deep breaths. Nice. Now let's throw on a gentle little twist hip opener. Bend that left knee, take your left foot on the outside of your right knee, wrap your right arm around, and let's twist to the side. Now, as you twist, you're pulling on this knee. You're stretching the hip, you're getting into the hips. Oh, yeah. So you can wrap. I mean, some people like to do this, put the arm on the outside. I like to wrap like this. And I'm throwing a little twist, a little torso twist, starting to open up at the top of the hips. And we'll take a couple deep breaths here. Isn't that nice? It's just a simple little twist. And only do what you can do. I mean, if you're sitting like this, and you just pull like that, no problem. And let's switch sides. So take the legs long, bend the right knee, right foot on the outside of the left leg, reach around, and you'll notice I'm mirroring. If you get confused by me doing the opposite, sorry. So we'll take 2 or 3 nice deep breaths here. And then nice. Come back to your staff position once again. Hands at your side. We sit tall. This is a very powerful position for the bend of the hips. Yeah. Softening the shoulders. Take another deep breath in. And 1 more time. Let's lift those arms up overhead. We reach up and we come down long towards our toes. If you can grab those toes, pull back, straighten your legs. If you don't have the toes, straighten your legs. Bring the toes back towards your forehead. Take a couple nice deep breaths. And then let's release that. Now we're going to move up into table position. That's up on all 4s. If you're on a bolster, I use a bolster because it helps me keep my back straight, gives me a little bit more range. So when in table, elbows elbows. Down here, your lower elbows, your wrists right under your shoulders, your knees right under your hips. You want to be squared up as much as you possibly can. We're going to start with just some gentle, easy motion. We're going to take the hips side to side, and we're going to look over the opposite shoulder. So you're getting this beautiful little stretch down into your hips. I'm going to fix my cords. You keep going. Oh, yeah. Oof. This is so nice. Rocking those hips to one side, look over the opposite shoulder, then rock them to the other side, look over the opposite shoulder. One of the things I love in these different movements is that little moment, that little pause. Sometimes I even refer to it as a mini meditation. What it really is just eking out a little bit extra on the stretch, just paying attention. So you're becoming very mindful as you do this. Awareness of our body, awareness of how it moves, awareness of what we're doing is so important. As we bring this back to center, think about taking the hips in big circles now. This is part of just loosening the hips up, making them happy. You might think, like I always say, we should have Zert fittings. Remember Zert fittings on the older cars where you'd put the lube and you'd pump it in there? I don't think modern cars have that. Reverse direction, but I thought, wouldn't it be great if we had fittings on our body and we could just shoot in some lube? Well, we're doing the same thing here. Just gently releasing. Our body's got the lubrication already in it. We just need to get it going, get it flowing. Now we're going to come back to center. Now let's work on the spine a little bit. Take your bottom up, drop your belly down, and lift your head. Make that a big inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to tuck that tailbone, round the back up. We're going to do some cat-cows. Now these cat-cows are releasing the spine. If we get ease of movement in the spine, it helps us get deeper into our hips, gives us more space, more room. So go ahead again. Think about that little pause at the bottom, that little pause at the top as you gently flow through this. You arch the back up. Think of like that Halloween black cat. And then exhale, the belly sways down like an old horse. Oh, yeah, an old sway back. So back and forth, couple more times. Again, that little pause at the bottom, that little pause at the top can feel really, really good. Nice. Now, let's go in a little bit deeper hip opener. I'm going to face you so you get an idea what we're doing. Again, I'm going to mirror you. You're going to take your left foot straight out to the side. You're going to roll your foot down towards the mat, and you're going to feel that nice stretch on the outside of your leg. From this position, we're going to repeat cat-cows again, and you're going to find it gets a little bit different into the hips, especially that one with the long leg. We continue encouraging that leg out long and rolling through these, just nice and easy. Gentle, gentle motion. Yeah. Now, come back to center. Shift your weight forward and then shift it backwards. Still pushing that foot in as you come back. Feel that beautiful stretch on the outside of your leg. Rock it forward. Rock it backwards. Oh, yes. We'll do a couple more of those. Really, really, really appreciating when you go back. When you come forward, you just simply come forward. Now, we're going to leave this setup. You're going to bring your torso upright. We're going to rotate towards that long leg, and here's a beautiful little hip opener. We lean down. It's also a little bit of a wringing out twist for the torso. We just rotate towards the leg. We lean down, still thinking of that foot rolling into the mat. We take some deep breaths. And now let's open the side up a little bit. We come back up. We're going to extend that right arm out. Left arm comes up and over. Now we're doing a full body stretch, reaching for front and back of the room. Actually, sides of the room in this case, probably, depending on how you're set up. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe into your side. Open that arm up in the air. Take another couple breaths. And then gently bring your way down. Oh, yeah. We're returning to our table. Rock those hips a little bit. Just some free form movement. Whatever feels nice and yummy. Yeah, now we'll go ahead and take the right foot straight out. Same thing, you want that leg straight, you want to roll the foot down, sole the foot down towards the mat. We'll start with our cat-cows. Again, belly comes down on the inhale, and you round the back up on the exhale. Flow through a couple of these, moving nice and gentle, nice and easy. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Let's do 3 or 4 more sets. Mindful how your body's moving, where you're feeling this, how you're feeling it. And again, limiting range if you need to, or expanding range if that feels nice. Let's try shifting that weight forward and then push back. Oh yeah, push back as far as you can comfortably go and then come forward. Go back and forth 3 or 4 times. Oh yeah. When you go back, just love that stretch. That's a beautiful stretch. If you're pushing that foot out, that leg stays long. Nice. And let's bring our torso up. We're going to rotate towards that straight leg. Whole torso rotating, and we bend down over the straight leg. Little wringing out stretch now. Wringing out like a dish rag, rolling out the bottom of the torso and getting deeper, deeper, deeper into your hips. Yum. Nice. Now we go into that forward-facing supported side plank. Drop the left hand, right arm extends up and over. We got the full body stretch going on. Yes. Breathe right into your side. Sweet. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, roll that back down. Now we're returning to our table. Once you're in table, let's do another round of standard cat-cows. That's where the bottom goes up, belly goes down, head goes high on the inhale. On the exhale, we round that back up in the air. Anytime we're doing this type of an exercise, when the belly comes forward, the chest opens. That's where I love to take the breath in, filling the lungs. And then the exhales, we round down. We get that little extra stretch. Now let's do a little easy hip opening still. We're loosening the hips up by taking a foot right outside the mat. I'm going to invite you to rock, roll, explore. You can come down on your forearms. You can just shift the weight forward, backwards, side to side. Go ahead and play with this for a few deep breaths. Hip mobility. Oh my God, it is so powerful. We keep our hips open, we keep our spine supple, and we're going to move with ease even into, oh my God, could you imagine being 70? I can't imagine being 70. I am 71. Slide that foot forward and then rock a little bit back and forth. This is still playful. Now, if bringing the foot forward was painful for you, don't do it. Just keep the leg back right where it was. We'll spend a little time playing here. Now, if you straighten your leg and lean back, you're going to feel the hamstrings, but push that foot into the mat to protect it. And when you come forward, if you shift forward, you're going to feel the hip flexor stretching. Push that back foot in. Again, we're moving gently, moving on our own breath, softly, softly, gently moving. Yeah. Nice. Let's bring that leg back in and do the other side. That foot goes right outside the mat. We'll rock and roll a little bit, a little easy motion, a little easy movement. If everything's feeling good and nice, you can slide that foot forward. If not, keep it right where it's at. If you bring the foot forward again, you're just being playful. This is all listening to your body moving, how it feels nice to move your body. Maybe you straighten that front leg and push the heel in. Ooh. Or maybe you shift the weight forward and push the back foot in. Feel the hip flexors. Whatever. Moving however it feels nice for you. Sweetness. Pure, pure sweetness. That's what we're looking for. The gentle, easy motion. Alrighty, I'm going to have you bring that leg back once again. Rock those hips a little bit, maybe some circles. But free form. You're moving however it feels nice now. You're twisting a little bit, turning a little bit, rocking the hips side to side, floating easy. And next, let's make our way up onto our feet. One foot goes to the mat, and we pop right up. Almost like you're in a little bit of a squat there. Once you come up, just take a moment for a breath. Maybe you turn those palms forward. Maybe you have a little energy moving in your body. Take a couple nice deep breaths, and then bring your hands to your hips. Let's go ahead and shift those hips side to side. Yeah, boom, bada boom, huh? One direction, the other. Opening nice and easy. Oof. And circles. Rotate them out. Reverse direction. Sweet. And right back center. Take your legs out wider. Bring them out wider. We're simply going to hinge at the hips, coming forward, and we're going to float on the river. You're going to take the torso to one side. You're going to feel a beautiful stretch when we float it to the other side. Little gentle breath motion as we're wrapping up here. Finishing with our little hip series. Yeah. So notice the torso just floats to one side. Think if you're leaning down over the river and you're just floating on the river. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. We're going to straighten those legs. We're going to come down into an easy forward fold, hands reaching down toward the mat. If they can't get there, no problem. Just grab your legs wherever you're comfortable. Simply going to shift these hips a few times, side to side. Again, you can do circles. You can do anything you want. You can straighten one leg and lean into the other. Rock a little bit side to side. Great job. Great job. We got it all stretched out. We got the hips. They should be feeling nice. The spine should be feeling nice. Let's roll ourselves up nice and easy. Give those legs a shake. Each leg a shake. And thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you move with ease the entire day. And I'll see you tomorrow for another series. Maybe we can get Peggy to do a class tomorrow. We'll see. Thank you.